Andor Season 2 has officially concluded with its final 3-episode arc, and Andor showrunner Tony Gilroy spoke exclusively with Screen Rant to explain that shocking Bix Colleen reveal. Andor Season 2 has been an incredible addition to Star Wars movies and TV shows, and it is really in this season that Andor has solidified its spot as one of Star Wars' best TV shows, if not the single best. This season has shown the grittier, more brutal realities of oppression and fighting fascism, and it has done so in a way that is innovative yet still feels like Star Wars. The final 3 episodes of Andor Season 2 were no exception, with tragic moments such as Luthen's death as well as satisfying endings, like Dedra Meero's imprisonment. For Cassian Andor, the conclusion of Andor Season 2 was always going to be heartbreaking, as we already know he dies at the end of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now, the Andor Season 2 finale made Cassian's inevitable death so much more painful with the revelation that Bix Colleen was secretly pregnant with and gave birth to Cassian's baby, and he had no idea. Andor Season 2's shocking twist gives the story hope. Seeing Cassian leave and knowing his fate would have been too grim. Bix and baby in Andor Season 2 finale. This twist with Bix Colleen holding a baby, who is clearly Cassian's, at the end of Andor Season 2, Episode 12, was truly shocking, but it does make sense. Although we already knew how Cassian's story ends before Andor Season 2, it would have been too dark for the show to conclude with Cassian setting off for the journey we know results in his death. Instead, the revelation that Cassian has a child is a way for Star Wars to infuse a sense of hope into the story, even knowing it will ultimately end in so much tragedy. Speaking exclusively with Screen Rant's Ash Crossan, Andor showrunner Tony Gilroy spoke about this meaning directly. In response to a question regarding how far in advance he knew this was the plan for Andor Season 2's conclusion, Gilroy explained, after so much violence, heartbreak, and brutality throughout Andor Season 2, Gilroy is likely correct that ending Andor Season 2 in such a dark place would have felt just wrong. While a baby doesn't reverse the suffering that's been shown throughout Andor, nor does it negate the suffering we know is coming in Rogue One, it is a reminder that the story and the galaxy continue on, even if they do so without Cassian. For some, this may feel like salt in the wound, but that wasn't the intention. We've not yet seen Bix's reaction to the news of Cassian's death, and we may never, but there is also some comfort in the fact that she will still have this child, even when she learns about this terrible loss. Andor Season 2's finale fully explains why Bix left the rebellion. This is a layered issue, but the baby is a key part. Cassian Andor hugging Bix Colleen in Andor Season 2 image via Disney+. Cassian was distraught that Bix had left in the Andor Season 2 Episode 9 ending, and now we know the full reason why she made that decision. In her note to Cassian in that episode, Bix explains that she cannot be the reason he abandons the rebellion, as he had just told her he was willing to do, because she knows how important he is going to be. Presumably, that was true. The Force healer had especially put it into Bix's head that Cassian was special, and his willingness to leave the rebel cause for her was surely concerning. After all, Bix wanted the Empire taken down as badly as anyone, if not more so than most, given the torture she suffered in Season 1 and the rape attempt by an Imperial officer she experienced in Season 2, Episode 3. It therefore makes sense that Bix would choose the rebellion over Cassian and put the cause above her relationship, managing to do something that even Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala couldn't do. However, we now know that there was much more to it than just that. In the same interview with Screen Rant's Ash Crossan, Andor showrunner Tony Gilroy explained the logic behind this decision as well. Of the decision for Bix to be pregnant, impressively, some eagle-eyed Andor Season 2 viewers had already spotted that the most recent 3-episode arc had hidden shots of Bix's stomach and therefore suspected she may be pregnant, but many viewers will no doubt have exactly the reaction Gilroy describes. Now we know why Bix wanted Cassian to keep fighting. She truly believed the rebellion couldn't do it without him, and she was right. It's true that Bix had other options here, including telling Cassian that she was pregnant and leaving the rebellion behind with him, as he already wanted to do. Of course, that would be entirely against Bix's nature. She's proven throughout Andor that she is a fighter who never backs down. There's another reason for Bix to have insisted on leaving and telling Cassian to stay and fight, though she no doubt desperately wanted to avoid bringing her child into a galaxy dominated by the violent Empire, and she knew the rebellion needed Cassian to win. In the end, Rogue One sadly proves her entirely correct. Without the Death Star plans, it's unlikely the Rebel Alliance could have defeated the Empire, as it simply would have become too powerful. However, that victory also required Cassian Andor's incredible sacrifice. While she clearly didn't think Cassian would die in this fight, as she tragically tells him she will find him after the fighting is over, Bix wanted a safe galaxy for their child, and she understood that Cassian was an essential person in that fight. Where Bix is hiding from the Empire. Bix returned to Minerau. Brasso, Joplin Sibtain, and Bix Colleen, Audria Arjona, in a wheat field in Andor Season 2 Episode 2. Image via Disney+. Although Bix's location remains a mystery to Cassian, we do get confirmation in the scene revealing the baby that Bix returned to Minerau, the planet from Andor Season 2, Episodes 1 to 3. This is an interesting choice for a host of reasons, including the fact that this was the location of the rape attempt she experienced. However, there are many reasons that this location makes plenty of sense, too, including, perhaps, that she now sees this place as a reminder of her strength and ability to defend and save herself. Among those reasons is the fact that she already had friendships and contacts established there, which would no doubt be helpful while raising a baby. Given the Empire had just performed a census on that planet not that long ago, it was also a safer option for Bix, as they would be unlikely to return for some time. Heartbreakingly, this was also likely an ideal choice because Bix was hoping Cassian would come looking for her after the war was over, and she knew he would know to look on Minerau. Evidently, though, bringing this planet to the screen for Episode 12 posed a complicated problem. Speaking with Screen Rant's Ash Crossan, Gilroy explained, "Thankfully, the Andor team was able to make this work, as this really is the logical place for Bix to end up."